All right, you guys. I think we're finally going here now. Here we are. How's it going? My name's Nick Parsons. This is the Insider's Room. Sometimes we do lots of live streaming during football games and different things, but we've been taking on a lot of different stuff. But the one show and the one thing that we've been keeping going is Football Fridays with AM Plus Money of odds.com. And I have him here. He's ready to rock. How's it going, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. So this is a showcase show for your picks and your football picks, and we're hoping that people can get a lot out of these things. And we're hoping for a big weekend this weekend for sure, obviously. So we're starting in the Premier League, aren't we?
Yeah. So before we start, I just want to say something for all the viewers. So we're 4 weeks, I guess, into the show now. This is our fifth show. And I just want to let everybody know that I will be posting the record from the show on my Twitter, and I can post it in the Discord too if you want, Nick. But yeah, I'll be posting the record. Right now, we've dipped a little below 500 on the record, actually quite a bit, but we're only hovering at like minus 2 to 3 units. So very easy to get back. We got some big plays this week that we're going to get that back with. But something I'm also going to do is I will post not only the overall record, but an individual record from each of the top 5 leagues we have covered, including international. So 6 leagues we've covered. Yeah, I'll be posting the record for that. So you guys can go ahead and see yourself where we're losing and where we're winning. Because I believe right now the Spanish league is hurting us a bit, but the Premier League we're positive units in. So people can go, if they don't want to play every pick, you guys can go and see, okay, Premier League's hot right now. We'll just play the Premier League pick or whatever you guys feel. But yeah, we're going to start doing that.
And especially in moneyline sports where win percentage doesn't matter at all. It's and so, yeah, as you said, you're only down 1 or 2 units overall. So let's get that back this weekend, AM. We're going to start in the Premier League again, aren't we?
Yeah, so we're going to start on the Saturday. In the Premier League, we're going to Manchester United versus Chelsea. Nice top quality match right there. So Manchester United, they're 2-0-2 on the year. They have lost both their games at Old Trafford this year. Chelsea is 2-2-1 on the year, 1-1-0 on the road. So they have not lost on the road yet. Now, Manchester United, their last draw was all the way back in May 22nd. They have gone basically like 5 months now, I guess 3 or 4 months, just winning or losing games. Not a single draw since May 22nd. Actually, their last win in Old Trafford was even later, or even before that. It was back on May 4th. So Manchester United, this is a team that's been underperforming at home at Old Trafford, not playing very well there. Now, this Chelsea team, they've actually gone the complete opposite. They've drawn their last 2 games that they've played in all competitions. Meaningful competition. I don't count, just so everybody knows, I don't count friends in these stats. It's normally just meaningful competition, like Champions League, Europe, and that, or I will specify if it's just a league stat in there specifically. But yes, friendlies are never counted, just so people know. So Chelsea, they've drawn their last 2 games, and their last loss on the road was September 14th. So Chelsea's actually a pretty good road team so far this year. Now, the head-to-head between these two is pretty interesting because the away team has won the last 3 when these teams match up. Now, this is an interesting game to me because you have 2 top quality sides. You got one team that's not very good at home, but they're coming off 2 good games that they've played. And you got a team that's pretty good on the road, but their defense is a little shaky. And the kicker for me in this one is that both teams are on a very short week, both having played in European competition. And that there's going to be a lot of tiredness. You might see some fatigue out there. You might even see some different lineups out there just trying to rest players. So because of that, I really like the draw in this spot. I think Manchester United is due for a draw. And Chelsea, they tend to draw a lot of games. They score goals, but their defense is like a sieve right now. And I think the draw at plus 260 is a very solid play in that game.
Okay, yeah, and just a reminder that if you want any more detailed looks or views or opinions on any of these games, you can do so just by following AM Plus Money on Twitter, and you can DM him, and he will gladly go into more detail about all of these things. We're just trying to give you a quick overview of some of his picks, and so we go from Manchester United, and then are we staying on the Saturday or?
No, so the next game's on the Sunday. But yeah, going back to what you just said, Nick, it doesn't even have to be a game I have a play on. I study all the games. So if you guys want to DM me about a different game, ask me a question, I got you. I'll respond. I'll give you, even if I don't give you a play, I'll give you my breakdown and a slight lean that I have on the
game. Right.
So next game is on the Sunday. We're going to go to Southampton and Everton. Now, Southampton's 2-1-2 on the year, 1-0-1 at home. So they have not drawn on their home field, while Everton is 4-1-0 on the year and a perfect 2-0-0 on the road. Now,
so it's coming off its first loss, Everton there, unfortunately, there last week.
No, not a loss, a draw.
Okay, right.
A draw.
Okay, so, that's right.
Yeah, they don't have a loss yet on the year. And I feel like I don't even need to talk about this Everton team. We've talked about it so much already on the shows about how good they've been this year, the moves that they made, the way their players are playing. This is an Everton side that they're playing well right now. We've cashed 3 times on them now this year since starting the show. 2 wins for Everton and the big plus 320 draw last week against Liverpool. So, yeah, I think the point, I'm not just going to repeat the same stats over and over about Everton. We know this is a solid money-making team for us this year. Now, Southampton, they've been playing well. They got no losses in their last 3 games, but I don't think Southampton's not a top quality. They're more of a middle of pack team. They're not top quality in the Premier League. So I think not having lost in their last 3, that's not going to be sustainable for them. You're not going to see them go on long streaks where they don't lose games. So I think they're doing this one. Everton won the last matchup that they played in Southampton, and I just think this Everton side is a lot more confident in their play, and they just have a lot more talent. So I'm going to be on Everton plus 155. I feel like the books are disrespecting them at that price. This is going to be a Champions League destined team this year.
Especially up until that game, and Everton did come back to tie it up there, so avoided the loss.
With the red card, they did that. So.
Right. Okay, good point. Okay, well, AM likes Everton to bounce back here on the road and thinks this is a pretty good price, good matchup for them to do that against Southampton. And, So
the next game we're going to go to is still on the Sunday, I believe, and it's going to be Arsenal versus Leicester. Now, Arsenal is 3-0-2 on the year, a perfect 2-0-0 at home, have not lost or drawn on their home field. Leicester is sitting with the same record at 3-0-2 and also a perfect 2-0-0 on the road. So 2 very good quality teams. Now, this is another situation where both are coming off a short week after playing in European competition. So there will be some fatigue, but Leicester, you take a few guys out of their lineup, even just 2 or 3, it affects them, their chemistry, and they're not a very strong depth team. Arsenal, on the other hand, they do have some good depth on that bench. So that is definitely something to watch out for. I think Arsenal is a much more talented team in this spot. Now, also, Arsenal, they have 3 wins in their last 4 games, and they've won their last 7 at home straight. So very, very good home side here for Arsenal. They play very well on their home pitch. Now you have Leicester. Don't let the 2-0-0 on the road misguide you, because this is a team where they have 3 losses in their last 5 games across all meaningful competition. And before they got their 2 road wins this year in the Premier League, they had not won a game on the road in their last 8 games at the end of the last Premier League season. So this is not a strong road side for Leicester. Also, Arsenal has actually beaten Leicester on the road in the EFL Cup earlier this year. That was just a few weeks ago. So now that Arsenal is going to be back on their home pitch, I definitely like them at a -110 price here. I think they have more depth, considering the fatigue, and I think they'll just be able to get it done. They're playing very well right now on their home pitch.
Okay. Another great breakdown there, and I think that's wraps up the EPL for this week.
Yes.
And now we're going to go over to the Spanish Premier League.
Yes, so we will go over to the Spanish League. I know it's been killing us a little bit this year, but we're looking to get that back because Spanish League was one of my best leagues last year. So I don't expect the losses to sustain for much longer.
Right.
So we're going to start off.
Trend.
Exactly. I know you love going against that, Nick. So
yes.
We're going to start with the Saturday game, good old El Clasico. We have Barcelona versus Real Madrid.
Okay.
So always an exciting matchup there. You have a Barcelona team that's 2-1-1 to start the year, 1-1-0 at home, so no losses yet on their home field. While you have a Real Madrid team that has played one more game, they are 3-1-1 on the season and a 2-1-0 record on the road. Now, this is a Real Madrid team and a Barcelona team that, again, both played in European competition midweek. So both teams were at home during the European competition too. Barcelona won their game 5-1 while they played a Hungarian team, Ferencvárosi, that's not a very strong squad. Now, Real Madrid played a much tougher team, Shakhtar Donetsk. I think they're quality side, and Real Madrid let their guard down, lost that game 3-2. So this is a Barcelona team where they haven't won a game in their last two. They drew with Sevilla, and they actually lost to Getafe on the road. So Barcelona, yes, they're still good considering all the pieces they lost in the transfer window. But at the same time, when it comes to tough competition, they're not winning games. And that's something to watch out for because the Spanish league is a very home-dominated league as well. Now, Barcelona will be at home here, but they've only won 3 of their last 6 home games. So 50% winning percentage at home there. Now you have a Real Madrid team that they've lost their last 2 games straight. They are going to be hungry to get some sort of point in this game, especially playing Barcelona. There'll be a lot of passion there. It's the El Clasico matchup. So you can expect Real Madrid, knowing they've lost their last 2, they're going to come out and at least try to get a draw or a win, preferably. But they'll definitely try to shoot for a draw if things get a little scrappy for them. This is actually a Real Madrid team where, despite not having won their last 2 games, they haven't lost on the road since back in March 8th. So considering the talent on each side, the fatigue from the midweek matches, I think the draw at plus 260 is a solid play here.
Another sound, logical reasoning there, I think, with that. Yeah. It seems like that could be definitely a war of attrition. No doubt about it. Yeah. 2 top quality sides, probably the 2 best teams in Spain going at each other. It's hard to see somebody coming out with a clear win here. Well, when you hit that one, you'll be well on your way to bouncing back in the Spanish league here, AM. So I can't remember actually. Do we stay in the Spanish league again?
Yeah, so we got one more game in the Spanish league. It's on the Sunday. Okay. So the game is Valladolid and CD Alaves. We've talked quite a bit about Alaves and how trapped they are on the show.
Yes.
But so this is a Valladolid team. They were in last place last week. Now, they're still winless at 0-3-3 on the season, but they're not in last place anymore. They're actually in second last place. So because they keep drawing games, they're moving up in the standings slightly. And actually, on their home pitch, they've lost 1 game. They have 2 draws. They're still winless in their season. Playing an Alaves team that is 1-1-4 on the season, and they've actually lost both the road games they've played. No wins, no draws. So it's interesting because Alaves is 2 or 3 spots ahead of Valladolid in the standings. But Valladolid has less losses than them. They only have the 3 losses while Alaves has the 4. They do have 1 win, but they're losing a lot more games, and they're not coming away with the draw. Now, Valladolid, they played Huesca in the last week, and they jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Now, they ended up drawing the game 2-2. We were actually on Huesca in that game. I thought Huesca was the better team. They could have won that game. But Valladolid still looked pretty good in the first half of that game. And now they're playing a weak Alaves team that's already weak, but hasn't won a game on the road this year.
You need to put your hand in front of your camera there for 1 second, just to get the no, just in front of the camera, because the focus is gone. Put your hand, there you go. That will probably help it. There you go, I think. Okay, sorry, keep going.
Better? Yeah, sorry. Technical
Little bit
difficulties. So, all right.
Yeah.
So, as I was saying, so CD Alaves is not a very good team on the road this year. Actually, in their last 10 road games, they have lost 8 of them. So
outright in regulation.
Yep, lost all their games this year, and they've lost 8 of their last 10 on the road.
Yeah.
And like I said, like as bad as Valladolid is this year, these teams aren't. It's not like football where you're gonna go 0-16, 0-32. It's not sustainable in soccer. The bad teams are gonna get a win, and I think this is now the 7th week into the season. They got to get a win here on their home pitch against a really bad road. I like Valladolid at plus 130. I wouldn't take them if they were a minus money, but since you're getting the plus money on them, I think it's a good spot for them to get the win. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad play when I say I wouldn't take them at minus money. Just they're not worth the price, paying the price for a team that doesn't have a win. But you're getting them at plus money, and I think it's a great spot for them to get a win. Because I've seen this team favored by minus 160, and I say, okay, yeah, they're going to win, but that's not worth the price.
Right. But it's definitely worth it here. This is good value at home. This team that has continued to find a few draws here and there. As I say, I'm relying on you and your expertise. I just don't know enough about the Spanish league here.
Yeah, they looked good last week, so they showed some life, and now that was on the road. So definitely at home, I think home-dominated league, great spot for them.
That wraps up the Spanish league, and we're hoping for a big bounce back in that league, which has sort of dragged us your show picks down. But then I believe we're going to go to France, aren't we? The France League One.
Yes, and France is actually a league that we've been killing it in. Just actually better than the Premier League, I believe. So we only have like 2 losses or something like that in the French league, and 1 was a draw. So yeah, this is a league I know very well as well. I try to make myself familiar as much as I can with all the major leagues. I watch a lot of the games, and I keep track of all the players and stuff like that. So we're gonna go over to Sunday. France plays most of their games on the Sunday. And it's going to be the Lens versus Nantes game.
Okay.
So Lens is 4-1-2 to start the season, and they're a perfect 3-0-0 on their home field. While Nantes is 2-2-3 to start the season, and they're 0-1-3 on the road this year. So no wins and only the 1 draw, 3 straight up losses on the road. This is not a good road team that Nantes is. Now, Lens only has the 1 loss in their last 6 games. And they've won their last 4 straight at home. Actually, the last time that Lens lost a game on their home field was back in September of 2019. So we've gone a full year. Now, they did cut their season short last year, but still, they've gone a very long time since losing on this field. So Lens, very good home team. They dominated the French second league last year, and they're actually playing very well in the French first league. They won't get relegated this year. They're a very good team. So then you have Nantes, who has 1 win in their last 5 games, and they've lost their last 3 straight on the road. So I think this is setting up perfect for Lens on the money line. You're getting them right at a nice plus 100 even. And another interesting stat in the head-to-head history between these 2 teams, in the last 12 matches, the home team has won 10 of those 12. So I definitely think, considering how bad Nantes is on the road and Lens is good at home, plus the head-to-head trend, Lens at even money is a solid play in this one.
Nice. Okay. That's the first of your French picks. That's the very early game, the first one there.
Yes. So now we will go over to Nice and Lille. So still on the Sunday there. Now, we talked about
on
Nice
the 25th. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think it's on the Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday. Yeah.
So
Lille.
Nice we've talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
They are pretty good at home. They're 4-1-2 to start the season. They're 2-0-1 at home. So no draws there. Now Lille is 5-2-0. They lead the French league in first place currently. They don't have a single loss on the season, and they're 2-1-0 on the road. Now, this is a Nice team, like I said. They're good at home. They haven't lost in their last 3 games, just in general. And they only have the 1 loss in their last 5 at home. But this is a Lille team that is playing very well right now. They have won their last 4 straight, and actually in their last 11 games straight of meaningful competition, they have 9 wins and 2 draws. So no losses in their last 11. They're playing extremely well. They've also won their last 3 straight at home, and they've gone 6-1-0 in their last 7 at home. So no losses in those last 7 home games, only the 1 draw. So, road, I mean, my bad. But yeah, for road games, they're not even losing on the road. They're not even drawing. They got 6 wins in their last 7 road games.
Right.
And they've won their last 3 on the road. I said that stat wrong. That was my bad. But yeah, now normally I would have leaned the draw in this game, considering how good Nice is on the road. This is another one where Nice was in Europa League midweek and Lille was in Champions. So Lille actually has a little bit more rest because Champions League plays before Europa League. But Lille has been playing so well lately. They're a super defensive team, first of all. They've only allowed 3 goals on the season, or 2 or 3. I think 3 goals on the season out of their 7 games. So they have always played a very defensive style. They like to win games 1 or 2-0. That's why it always worry me when on the road. But lately, they have scored 11 goals in their last 3 games.
Wow.
Their offense is just clicking right now. And considering the way they're playing, I got to take Lille at plus 110, I believe is the price. So
yep, that's what I'm seeing
here. I think
here.
they're going to get it done on the road here. Like, Nice is good at home, but Lille is just something else right now. Not only do they play defensively, they can score a goal 20 minutes into a game and defend that 1-0 lead for 70 minutes. That's just the type of team they are. And now with the scoring, I don't think Nice will be able to keep up with them.
Right on, AM.
So now we go to the last game.
Okay.
And it's the only game we have that's played on the Monday. So a little bit of Monday action. It's in the Italian League. AC Milan versus AS Roma. Now, what can I say about this AC Milan team? Hottest team in Italy right now. Hottest team in Europe. Out of the top 5 soccer leagues in Europe, they're the only undefeated drawless team left, sitting at 4-0-0, a perfect 2-0-0 at home this year. Roma is 2-1-1 to start the season, and they're 1-0-1 on the road. Now, both of these are quality teams. Again, another situation with midweek European competition. But this AC Milan team, they've won their last 10 games straight in meaningful competition. Not only that, but in their last 21 games, they have 17 wins and 4 draws, not a single loss since back in March was their last loss. And I've talked about it before. Kind of wasn't a believer in this team just because I do cheer for them personally. That is my team in the Italian league, so I'm always a little harder on them. But from what I've seen, something happened after that pandemic break. And you got to give a lot of credit to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, because when he joined the team last year, came out in public and criticized them a lot. A lot of people thought he wasn't being a good team player. But you know what? Before he showed up on that team, there was a level of heart and passion that just wasn't there on the field. Nobody was playing with energy. And ever since he started to motivate the guys, get them playing better. They believed in themselves, and look at them. They haven't lost a game in their last 21. They're just absolutely sweeping up. So this is AC Milan team that's also won their last 4 straight at home, and they have 8 wins and 1 draw in their last 9 home games. So another home team that they're not even drawing games at home. 1 draw in their last 9, no losses. Now, Roma is a good team as well. They've won their last 3 games, and they have no losses in their last 4. So they're playing well. They've actually won their last 2 straight on the road. But in their last 4, they've lost 2 road games. So, yeah, they've won 2, but still they're a lot shakier on the road, and they lose games. Not to mention, in the head-to-head, the home team has actually won the last 3 out of the 4 between these 2. And considering just how well AC Milan is playing right now, I think they have a much more talented side. Roma lost a couple good players in the transfer window. They had some good defenders that are just gone now. So, yeah, I got to take AC Milan at +110. I'm finally a believer in this team, and I think they're going to be a solid money-making team going forward. They're definitely one of the best teams in Europe right now.
Right on. And now you are definitely back in clear view here at the end of the show. So that was a total of 6 picks, was it, or 7?
I think it's 8 actually.
8. Okay.
I'll recap the picks. So the 3 from the Premier League, we're on Manchester United, Chelsea draw +260. Everton over Southampton at +155. And the Arsenal over Leicester at -110.
Okay.
Then in the Spanish League, we're on the Barcelona Real Madrid draw at +260. And Valladolid over CD Alaves at +130. The French League, Lens at +100 over Nantes. And Lille at +110 over Nice. And then the Italian League, AC Milan +110 over Roma.
And yeah, follow us on our Discord, the Insiders Room Discord. It's not that hard to find. You just go to any of my social media pages there and follow the link, and you can get those picks in our Discord. And then also, if you follow at AM Plus Money on Twitter, you can just get those from him as well. So another great Friday show, short and sweet, just the way we like it. AM, great breakdown as always. Come on, Spanish League this week. Totally hope it happens, man. Great work, man.
Thank you. Always good seeing you on the show. Thanks to all the viewers and the supporters we have out there. Let's go make some money this week.
Good work, man. Okay, you guys, until next Friday, we will see you later. All right. Take care, man. Later.